Hi, my name is Tatum Wilson-Young, and I'm in Group 4 for the issue of Human and Satire, and my group members are Corey Gurka, Sandra Hernandez, and Sarah Hussein. My chosen reading was I Want a Wife on page 589. In the article I Want a Wife by Judy Brady, she is satirizing men and how they take their wives for granted. She lists the things that wives should be praised for and explains how she wishes she had one to help her. She lists the things a woman does for her husband and tells how people stereotype women into being stay-at-home mothers that take care of everyone but themselves. In each article I read, I found many connections in both subject and writing style. The first article I reviewed is named Neat People versus Sloppy People by Suzanne Britt. The first connection I found in this article is that the author, like Brady, is also satirizing a specific person. In my article, the author is satirizing all men, and in this article, the author is satirizing neat people. A side is specifically chosen in each article and is stuck with the entire time. In this article, Britt states her side by saying sloppy people, you see, are not really sloppy. Their sloppiness is merely the unfortunate consequence of their extreme moral rectitude. Britt, page 242. This quote explains her take on stereotypes of sloppy people. She explains that they are very misunderstood and are actually more sentimental than neat people. The development of the story using repetition contributes to the theme of comparing two kinds of people and the stereotypes placed upon them. Each other wants to place emphasis on a certain group of people and are expressing how it is unfair that they are expected to act a certain way. In Britt's story, she is defending the sloppy type of people and simply explaining that they are very misunderstood. As well as in Brady, she is defending women and explaining all that they do for men in their life and how they are essentially taken for granted. In these two articles, both subjects are defending multiple times, and the other type of person is depicted as a lesser version. In the article named Batting, Clean Up, and Striking Out by Dave Barry, it is explaining how the woman in the story is better at doing house chores and finding dirt than he is. He takes a humorous toll on him and his wife's arguments, and he explains that women are just simply better at doing womanly things, and men are simply better at doing manly things. He explains that women are expected to know chores and housekeeping while men are expected to know sports. The connection between the story and I Want a Wife is that the women are being categorized as housekeepers and that they are all good for. That's all they are good for. They are both demonstrating stereotyping of women and staying at home and doing chores. Though they have different takes on what is actually right, both of the stories are arguing the same topic and talking about the same categories of people. The last article I have read to compare to mine is Superman and Me by Sherman Alexie. This story is a personal tale of how the author has gotten stereotyped and mistreated because he was an Indian. The image of an Indian was to stay on the reservation, but he was smart and can read and write poetry well. The connections between the two articles are that they are both written by activists. Both of the authors, Sherman Alexie and Judy Brady, are majorly involved in rights of different kinds. Sherman Alexie is a strong campaigner of Native American rights, and is reflected in the story of his encounter with discrimination. While on the other hand, Judy Brady is a feminist campaigner, meaning she is a strong believer of women's rights and arguing against the typical role of a woman, which is also depicted in our article. Both of the authors take their personal work and maybe even experiences and apply it to their overall plot. Both of the authors have been discriminated against and pull that into their stories. The fact that both of the authors are involved with their campaigns and wrote about what they advertise makes their stories significantly stronger. On another note, both of the stories are depicted towards stereotypes of people also, and how they did not want to live up to what society is inflicting on them. Both of the stories take a toll on the stereotypes the same way. They are both outraged on how they are treated and how they are placed into a category. Reading these 4 articles and finding connections between each, I noticed that the main theme of all of them shared was stereotypes. Each story is comparing the stereotype of what society creates and how they feel about that judgment. Whether they are against or for the stereotype, each author is picking a side and developing on it. Most of the article have to do with women in contrast with Superman and Me, which was significantly different. Nevertheless, in all of the articles, the themes of stereotypes contributes to the emotion in the readings. They explain that stereotypes can define people and society. The authors all have a strong take on their position and represent the way they feel through satire and humor, making it more clear as to their true feelings of stereotyping.